Final data on pills to treat COVID-19 holds strong against hospitalization and deaths, Pfizer said. CNN, Pfizer's updated result for each experimental treatment for COVID-19 shows they cut the risk of hospitalization and death by 89%. If given to high-risk adults within a few days of their first symptoms, the company announced in the news release Tuesday. Pfizer hopes that it can eventually offer the pills under the name Paxlovid for people to take at home before they get sick enough to go to the hospital. Paxlovid combines a new antiviral drug named nirmatrelvir and an older one called ritonavir. After a month of follow-up, the study found 5 hospitalizations and no deaths among 697 people who received the drug within the first 3 days of symptoms. Among 682 who received the placebo, 44 were hospitalized, including 9 who died. All of the adults in this study were unvaccinated. If given within the first 5 days of symptoms, the efficacy was a similar 88%. These results hold up against a similar announcement from the company last month when not all the data come in yet. The research also showed an approximate tenfold decrease in viral load at 5 days relative to placebo, the statement said. This underscores the treatment candidate's potential to save the lives of patients around the world, whether they have been vaccinated or not. Pfizer CEO Dr. Albert Bourla said in a statement Tuesday. Emerging variants of concern like Omicron have exacerbated the need for accessible treatment options for those who contract the virus, and they are confident that if authorized or approved, this potential treatment could be a critical tool to help cure the pandemic. The company says it expects the drug to retain activity against the variant like Omicron, and it appears to do so in lab tests because the drug blocks the enzyme involved in the viral replication. This is different from the spike protein on the virus surface, whose numerous mutations have escalated the global concern around the variant. The Pfizer announced it has shared its latest data with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration as part of its ongoing application for emergency use authorization. Full study data were expected to be released later this month and submitted to the peer-reviewed publication, Pfizer's statement added. No date has been set by the FDA Advisory Committee expected to weigh in on the treatment. According to the company, a separate ongoing study also found that Paxlovid may cut the hospitalizations when given to adults who weren't at high risk, which includes a mix of unvaccinated adults and vaccinated people with at least one risk factor for severe illness. The latest data shows 10 hospitalizations in the placebo group versus 3 among those receiving Paxlovid, which each group including nearly 430 people. However, the study was primarily designed to look at the drug's ability to improve all symptoms for 4 days straight, and the endpoints the drug didn't meet when compared to the placebo group. No deaths have occurred in that study. Between 20 and 25% of the treatment and placebo groups in each study experienced the adverse event. The majority of each are mild. In the study of high-risk adults, People who received the drug were less likely to have a serious adverse event or stop taking the drug for those reasons. A month ago, the Pfizer administration announced it would purchase 10 million treatment courses for $5.295 billion. If authorized by the FDA, the first courses could be delivered by the end of the year. It says at the time. A 5 days course of Paxlovid comprised 3 pills given twice a week. Paxlovid is not the only antiviral pill in the pipeline for FDA authorization. Merck's drug, molnupiravir, was narrowly recommended by FDA's advisors in a 13 to 10 vote at the end of November after data showed it cut the risk of hospitalization or death by 30% among high-risk adults. This was lower than an earlier analysis suggesting that number could be around 50%. The FDA has not announced whether it will authorize the FDA has not announced whether it will authorize the treatment. Remdesivir, sold under the brand name Bacluri, is the only antiviral approved by FDA for treatment of COVID-19. It's given intravenously, not as a pill that can be taken at home. CNN's Amanda Sealy contributed to this report.